group of us were talking today about home prices. And we were discussing all the houses going up for sale around the area and how they're staying on the market for a much longer period of time than they had for the last several years. And then we got into a discussion about home prices. And a group of us have been in our homes for several years. I've been in my house for almost 20 years. And the value of the houses now is significantly more than it was when we bought them. So a thought occurred to me, and I've always had trouble understanding what a scalper is. And I'm not saying any of this out of spite or out of judgment to anyone or anything negative in any way. I've never truly understood exactly what a scalper is, because you go online and listen to people, and everybody has a different definition. One person will say, well, if somebody buys something from Target and Walmart at MSRP and turns around and sells it at market price, if market price higher, of course, then they're a scalper. Other people say, if you buy anything at a lower price and resell it at a higher price, then you're a scalper. So does that mean all of us who purchased homes 20 years ago, if we sell them now for what they're worth, which happens to be more than what they were worth years ago when we bought them, does that make us scalpers? I've never really had a true grasp of this whole scalper concept. I mean, scalper used to be someone who it pertained to tickets, sporting event tickets, concert tickets, things like that, and someone would buy up a large, hey, maybe I'm on to something, buy up a large amount of tickets at the ticket price and then stand out in front of the stadium and resell them at a higher price. And they were scalpers. Okay, so I've defined scalper. How do you define scalper in this market? In the trading card market? I guess it would be someone who goes from store to store to store, buying up everything on the shelves, and then turning around and reselling it for a higher price. Which you can't really do anymore because the stores limit what you can buy. So, but if somebody were to go, or now I guess there's bots. I don't understand the whole bot and how they work and how they get product on. I don't understand any of that. But let's say somebody does this and is able to get a large quantity of product, Pokemon ETBs or whatever it is, and holds them for years, 2 to 5 years, they're going to appreciate, right? So if that person who bought up this product at a lower market price sells them years later at a higher price, does that make them a scalper? Or is there a particular time frame from the time you purchase the product to the time that you sell the product for a higher price that you're considered a scalper? What is it? Is it 1 week, 1 month, 6 months, a year? What is it? This is what my mind has a hard time grasping. I I can logicize it with, as it pertains to concert tickets, things like that, because at a concert you only have a certain amount of tickets, and back then it wasn't a lot. There weren't as massive of stadiums as there are now, so you can only, let's say a place held, I don't even know how many seats a place has nowadays, but there was finite amount of seats available, so somebody could go in and purchase a large amount of those seats, let's say a section, and then resell those, and they'd be considered a scalper. But they'd have to sell them in time for that event to happen, or just before the event happens, which is, I think, how they got the name scalper. So in a goods market like trading cards, there's no end time. There's no, I've got to sell this ticket before the concert starts, because you're always going to have your tangible product, whether or not it's worth anything in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, who knows, but you're always going to have it. It's not going to expire. So I have a hard time understanding what specifically a scalper is in this market. And I think about this way too much, way more than I should, absolutely. But I'm fascinated. I'm truly fascinated by this whole concept, and I quite frankly don't understand it. Let me know what you think. Leave me comments. Explain it to me, please, in simpleton terms, so I can understand it, because my brain just doesn't grasp it.